and they said that he's still got 25% lung damage. What are you hearing? When do you think that this fight could happen? You sort of said that the sparring partners, I think, are going out, so you're staying ready. But are we looking like that January date might be pushed back to February now?
Yeah, the January date's very pushed back, but Povetkin, they keep saying they need more time. February, March. I'm saying that's long. I'm not going to wait 6 months and delay my career for him, because what happened in 6 months, he get another attack. I wouldn't know the dangers the COVID situation. He might go in February, March. Oh, I need more time. I'm not sure.
And you've been on pause for 6 months. Yeah.
I'm not willing to do it. So I'm saying to them, as a proposer to them, listen, let me fight Luis Ortiz and I'll fight Povetkin after. That's what we're trying to get across to them. Luis Ortiz is a big fight, and then me and Povetkin becomes an even bigger fight if I beat Luis Ortiz. You know what I mean? So, these guys, I don't know, man. My mindset's different from these guys, man. My mindset, I don't know, maybe I'm silly or something, but I just want to fight. I don't care. I just want to fight.
You wanted to fight on the original date, didn't you?
The original date was November 23rd.
And you would have boxed it?
They delayed it 10 days out from the fight. 10 days. Why wait till 10 days to delay? To me, it's fishy. Then I'm hearing sparring partners is going out next week, and then I'm hearing they got Bakoli booked for the first week in January to go out. It's like, what's going on? Then I'm hearing he's running and he's training. Then I'm hearing he went to see the physician. Then they're saying, he needs more time. I don't understand it. Boxing is crazy, full of there's so much confusion, because I'm in the game and I manage myself. I hear a lot of information, a lot more than what the normal general public hears.
What about what you're hearing of this, Gary? Dillian Whyte against Luis Ortiz. Interesting?
Yeah. It's an interesting fight. It's a very interesting fight. At the top end, I mean, Ortiz is still at the top end of the heavyweights. He's just on that level below the elite, and he's still a name. And that's a great fight. I think that's a great fight for Dillian. It would be a statement fight, as all these fights have been for Dillian. All these guys that he's faced over the couple of years, they've all had names. They've all had scintillating victories themselves, and then Dillian's gone out there and he's beaten them. So an Ortiz fight makes sense to me if they can make it. It's not even a ticket over fight. It'll be it's a dangerous fight. It's not an easy fight, and you got to applaud Dillian for still wanting to bring these names up when he is kind of quite close to a world title opportunity.
Well, just fast forward to next May. What do we think? Are we going to see Joshua v Fury? That's the first question. And second question, are we going to see it for the undisputed heavyweight title? Dillian, if you were putting your house on it, what would you say?
I don't think so, because there's a few things.
No, you killed us dead.
No, I'm just honest because
I know. I'm only pulling
the Wilder Fury situation needs sorting out. Either they're going to pay him or they're going to fight him. And then obviously me and Povetkin, the mandatory situation is still up in the air. Fury could always vacate the belt and fight Anthony Joshua anyway. It's a big fight. Or they could make him franchise, they could fight Anthony Joshua anyway. It's still a big fight, you know what I mean? So, and Joshua's got Usyk to deal with it, and Usyk's saying, I'm not stepping aside. I want my shot, and rightly so. So there's 3 fights in the middle of making something from happening, and obviously Povetkin's delaying as well, which makes the Madden situation a bit more tricky. And then Usyk saying he wants to fight, and then Wilder saying rightly so, and there's ever a 3rd fight because I've given you 2 fights off the back of no ranking, nothing. I didn't need to, so rightly so. Even though they're saying Wilder's hiding from the fight, rightly so, Tyson Fury should fight him again.
Is there any part of you, and this is just sort of speaking openly now, but is there any part of you that actually would want to see them fight for the undisputed title, because you know that down the line, maybe not immediately, but down the line you could get a chance to box either the winner or the loser, not the loser obviously, but the winner of that fight for the undisputed titles? Is there any part of you that's like, yeah, I want them to fight? Or are you just like, look, business is business, if this is what we signed up to?
Business is business, man. If it makes sense, then the guy's going to fight. Business. But, obviously, there's still things in the middle that need sorting out. And I've waited a long time for a mandatory. it's up in the air at the minute. I'd love to take your business and then get back and get my manager shot finally. But who knows what's happening? One of them might win and just said, you know what, that's it. I've had enough. I've boxed long enough. I've won all the belts. I don't want any more. So I don't want that to happen. I want to get my shot in before one of them retire because I want to fight. In my mindset is there's only 5 fights left for me, and if I get those 5 fights, then I'm happy to call it a day. To be honest, so I don't want any of these guys to retire.
Is that what you've got your eye on then? So what would 5 fights take you? Another 2 years?
Oh,
It's like 2.5 years if you box twice a year.
It depends on what these guys it depends on what these guys is doing. I might have to have more, but if I get the 5 fights I want, then I'm saying those 5 fights should be Povetkin, Luis Ortiz, Wilder, Fury, Joshua. Fight those guys. Then I fought everyone there is something to fight.
That's a legacy. That's a legacy, mate. That's a legacy.
Even now, Povetkin keeps delaying. They're saying he's sick. I'm saying, okay, that's fine. I want you to be at your best when I fight you. So tell you what, have as much time as you want. Let me fight Luis Ortiz in February, and then I'll fight you later in the year because I want you to be, you've had COVID, you've got probably lungs. I want you to recover and be good. I'll fight Luis Ortiz in February, and after I fight Povetkin April, May time. That's what I'm saying to them now because I want him to recover. Obviously, it's a serious situation and he's older and he's had COVID and they say his lungs got problems. So let me and Luis Ortiz fight and after fight Povetkin after. Boxing goes. Eddie might be initiating conversation, but if Joshua's not ready and his team's not ready, then it's a whole different story. Eddie can initiate whatever he wants to initiate. Many fights don't happen because the promoters want it because the promoter sees the money side and how big the fight is and whatever. Then the fighters think, you know what, I'm not ready yet. I thought I was ready, but now these new coaches and new stuff is teaching me different things that I'm thinking, wow, in another 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, I'll be able to beat this man easy.
Yeah. But then Dillian, you got to remember, you're a boxing man, right? And you are a businessman because you manage fighters, right? Now you got Fabio Wardley. Are you going to let Fabio Wardley fight a guy that you think is a 50-50 or even a 60-40 fight right now? Or are you going to just give him a couple more fights to season and then go in for that fight?
You know what I love about Fabio Wardley? He's got the same mindset as me, and you understand that you need to take chances. And now, with what's happening in the world with COVID and other things, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or next week. You got to understand, these fights, when you miss the opportunity, you miss them. It's like Richard Riacopo. He got the call to fight Lawrence Okoli at 10 days notice, and he turned it down, and I'm pissed off. I'm like, dude, it's a chance to fight for the world title against Lawrence Okoli. You can bang. You're a bigger fighter than Lawrence Okoli. Why? And then you've been training all year. Why are you not taking the fight? I'm very annoyed at that. For me, if I phone up Dan Juma at 10 days notice and say, right, there's a chance to fight Lawrence Okoli for the world title,
billion percent.
You would tell him to take it. You know what I'm saying?
Billion percent.
I'm so disappointed in Richard for not taking the fight. It's crazy. Crazy. These guys have to realize nothing is guaranteed in boxing. You 12 years and never get a world title shot. So you have to take what's there, You have to.
I agree with you on that one. I do agree with you on that.
Deontay Wilder finally mentioned your name, didn't he? What does that do? Is that, I mean, like he finally, I think that's probably the first time he's mentioned
when I hear his name,
no.
I just get stressed when I hear his name. I just get stressed. When people mention Deontay Wilder's name to me, I just get stressed. I get so stressed out. It's crazy because once again, someone else want to fight me because they ain't got no. Parker didn't want to fight me near the title. I tried to fight him. No. Lucas Brown, I tried to fight him. No. All of these guys, Deontay Wilder, I tried to fight him as champion. No. Now they've all lost. They want to fight me after. Luis Ortiz, I tried to fight Luis Ortiz 3 or 4 times. No. Povetkin, I tried to fight him 3 or 4 times before. No, but when they're in a bad position, they want to fight me now because it's win-win for them. If they lose, they get paid well. If they win, then they're back in the fray. These guys ain't got no respect.